You.
Hey, Coach, we'll get started with questions from Chris. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, yesterday you talked a little bit about getting Jaden on track, and tonight got a couple shots to go down. How nice can a night be like this be for his confidence going forward?
Yeah, I mean, the first one went down. D'Lo did a really great job of pushing pace and getting to the paint early, and that created a lot of kickouts. And Jaden was, down and ready, and then he got some stuff on the offensive glass, and I think got a little bit of a runner. He scored in all different ways, so yeah, it was good. He had been struggling to find his rhythm, so it was good to see that.
How work with him on rebounding and trying to get him to use his tall frame to get more rebounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strength thing. I think it's not a competitiveness thing. Oftentimes he's out guarding, on the perimeter. He's guarding guys that are handling the ball or shooting the ball a lot. So it's hard for him to get down in there, in the scrum, so to speak. But I thought tonight he did a good job of competing in there. Doesn't always come up with him, but he competes with him, keeps him alive sometimes.
John, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, without Josh and Patrick, you're two of your better defenders. I mean, the game got off to a kind of a quick start there, but how did you feel about the way the guys settled in defensively, second, third, fourth quarters there?
I mean, we developed a little bit of a rhythm and a feel. We got better as the game went along, John, but we talked about at halftime. I thought we were a little too loose, too much off of our man early on, and we weren't into the ball. And the thing that Patrick and J.O. do such a great job, they're tone setters. They're tone setters on the ball, and we needed other tone setters, and that we challenged Anthony at halftime to be one, and he did a great job of really guarding the ball in the third quarter. And Vando is another tone setter. When he was in there, he did a good job. And that, I thought in the third quarter in particular, we really upped our ball pressure, and that was key.
And then with Naz Reid, just the way that he's playing an all-around game. I mean, some of the passing that he's going in the open court and things. Just how are you seeing his game come together here as he gets ready for this season?
He's playing with a lot of confidence. I told him yesterday he's playing really well. I mean, just doing all the little things well for us. He's not forcing anything. Game's coming easy to him right now. He's finishing at a high level. In some tough angle plays. Rebounding defensively. I'm very proud of him. He's had a great preseason so far. And, again, as we've talked about it since the, middle of my stint last year, like I got to find more minutes. We got a few minutes with him and Cat out there. Offensively, we got to figure some things out, but I thought they continue to look good every time they're on the floor together.
Jace, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, do you see the starting lineup tonight as a legitimate option for you as the season starts, or was it more to do with who was available and wanting to get Malik going?
I think it's a legitimate option. I think, everything we've thrown out there so far has been a legitimate option for us. So, we're still unsettled in that category, to be honest, Jace. Just continue to evaluate, and it could very well be, a matchup driven thing for us. That might be where it shakes out. What are our best matchups at that point? Because all three of those guys that have started so far have really done good things when they've been in there. And, Malik obviously creates a lot of space for everyone else on the floor, and we were able to get to the basket quite easily tonight with him out there.
A lot of teams want to play with pace, and certainly you're one of them. But how important do you feel like it is for your team? Because it seems like really everything goes to a different level when you do play with pace.
It's pretty important for us. It's kind of the backbone of how we like to get into our stuff. D'Lo did a great job of really pushing the ball there, tried to keep his minutes runs kind of short so he could keep energy in the game. So, it's important. I mean, pace itself doesn't win you anything, but it does make you a little harder to guard.
Dane, go ahead.
Chris, in all three of these games, there's been a lot of D'Angelo early kind of getting going. How much of that is by design by you, and how much is that is D'Angelo kind of taking that on himself to kind of set the tone early?
I mean, it's 99.9% D'Angelo. The 0.1 is me starting him. So no, he's been aggressive early, and it's something that he's trying to set the tone out there, and I think it helps because when he's playing with that attack mindset, he has a defenders on their heels a lot, and that loosens up the floor for everyone else.
Do you feel like the kind of baton passing between him and Ant tonight in that kind of initiator role was a little cleaner in this game?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it was definitely one of our objectives tonight to get Ant's usage up a little bit. Some of that was helped by the fact that D'Lo was out at times, and he was, kind of our de facto one, although Jalen Noel did a great job out there too for us. But yeah, I mean, Cat and D'Lo have great chemistry. You can see that. They just do. And Ant has really good chemistry, with Cat as well. We just got to get we just kept working out the kinks of the three of them yet still.
Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Chris. I guess in terms of trying to determine who the starters are going to be as the season rolls on, how much stock can you put into lineup data throughout this preseason in trying to make that decision?
We'll certainly look at it, but I think our eyes will tell us more than the data will. I think our eyes will tell us a little more like how we, what we want our rotations to look like.
Do you think that'll be a fluid thing where the starters might change game to game depending on who you're facing?
It could very well be. Yeah, it could be matchup driven.
We'll go last two. We'll go Leonardo and then Christoph. Leonardo, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Congrats on the win. Coach, D'Lo is playing at a high level. What kind of leadership do you expect from him this season?
We've talked to him about, just consistency, like having that approach every single night. And so far he's done that. And, he's doing a good job at both ends of the floor really too. So.
Christoph, go ahead. Christoph, we can't hear you.
Hey, you hear me?
Yep.
Right. Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. What did you like most on tonight's game, and how big is the growth of your team so far?
What I liked most tonight was I thought, our attack mindset on offense was the best it's been. We are not only created out of our defense, but we also were aggressive in the half court. I really liked the way Cat kind of took over the game at one point, and he's the one who kind of put 10 points in the lead. And then the way that we played, coming out of halftime, I thought we did everything we talked about at halftime, played with a lot of purpose.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Have a safe trip to New York.
Okay. Thank you, guys.